Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Ravi Hari Jaya Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Shri Shri Radha Madhavashta Saki Panchatattva Prahlad Maharaj Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagavan Ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya From this to this. I just got inspired. From respect to love. That's the sequence. We don't want to just be respectful to Krishna. We want to love Krishna. Also, Krishna's devotees. Sometimes we are respectful, but we should also be able to do this to devotees. Wow. Oh, this is Kalinda's favorite. This is Kalinda's favorite.
Yeah, wait, where's the heart? It's look at the heart. It's the heart. You have to you're not doing it right.
This one means I love you very much.
I see that. I don't know if you see it.
And this here this here is a heart. No, it's hearts flying everywhere.
Wow.
Let's go. Give me some love. Everybody's looking for some love. That's what everybody's looking for. Really. They want to, find that. Give that. Sometimes the best way to find something is to give what you don't have. Right? That's called surrender. How can you give something you don't have? Can a bucket of water give water if there's no water in it? Right? But if that bucket of water is underneath a powerful waterfall, the abundance of supply, then it can supply unlimited for as long as it stays there underneath that powerful waterfall. The moment it's removed, it might stay full for some time because it just got filled up. But then as it gives away, it depletes. It runs out. And then it's a sad, empty bucket. You see an empty bucket, how do you feel about it? What do I do with you? But even empty buckets, they're useful. You can turn them around and put it over your head. And you can put it over your head, and then you have what I call it, a personal chapel that echoes. You ever been to the chapel? The smaller the chapel, the better. Why? We've been to some really big ones, actually, in our trip. We went to Rome, St. Peter's Cathedral. It's the greatest, right now it's the greatest dome, but not after we open the TOVP. TOVP will be the greatest dome. It's so, the magnitude of that dome is so like, even now, and just remembering, I'm getting goosebumps. The experience, the beauty, and the detail, not just magnitude, but the detail of every single piece. And you're standing right underneath. It's head spinning. So that's a big version, but you have a small version, a bucket over your head. It also echoes. It gives you that sound chamber where you can hear the holy name. And that's how you fill any empty bucket. You fill it with the holy name. Oh, the sad empty bucket. But how do you turn the frowny into, how do you say frowny? Upside down. Yeah. There's a turn that frown upside down. Turn the frown upside down. That's the saying, yeah. So so this is a sad empty bucket, but if you turn it around, the frown becomes a smile, right? So believe it or not, early on in a moment, some devotees were actually resorting to empty buckets over their heads because it gave them the privacy. Oh my God. It gave them the privacy for japa. It's better than facing the wall. I've seen some devotees facing the wall. There are many techniques to stay focused and with Krishna. So the theme is staying with Krishna, stay with Krishna, no matter what happened. And so somewhere even, there's a verse, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena, that we should smear our eyes with salt of love, and that way we can always perceive Krishna everywhere, right? But they were actually putting pictures of Krishna inside the bucket. It's artificial stimulation or stimuli of seeing Krishna everywhere. So we shouldn't be like that. Just when our empty bucket is over our head, we see Krishna and we perceive him. Once the bucket is down, it's the same old business of Maya business. Okay. Should try it sometimes. Disclaimer, not on a japa walk. But I don't think we are. The whole thing is like the sound chamber, where the sound is captured. That's the whole idea. You want to capture, even when you like close your ear, there's an echo inside your skull, right? Did you try that? Hare Krishna. The sound comes from, the air comes from our lungs, and then it's produced here in the vocal cords. Then as you empty your, because it has to come here to hear it. But if you close it, then it kind of gets captured inside that chamber of your skull. And that's also one way that you see devotees to amplify that experience of sound, transcendental sound vibration. The whole point is whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to stay with Krishna. Because we live in a world of distraction. We live in a world of hurt. We live in a world of shootings, mass shootings, assassinations. People are hurting. And hurt people. Heard that before? Hurt people. So everybody, my original point, everybody's crying for love. So let those hearts fly. Give even if you don't have. That's called surrender, because Krishna will supply. Okay. Sorry for spontaneous, I don't know how, but it all came from, I was doing this and I was doing this. I was like, what if I do it? Oh, look at that. This is like, if you're in like the office. Ladies and gentlemen. It's like official. But this is, hey guys. All right, Narayana Namaskrityam. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswati Vyasam. Tato Jaya Mudiraye. Nashta Praisva Badreshu. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttamashloke. Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtiki. Before reciting of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest,
we should offer respectful obeisances to the personality of God, and to Narayana Rishi, the supremest human being, and to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and Srila Vyasdev, and Srila
Prabhupada,
translator
and commentator. By regular attendance in classes,
by rendering of service and pure devotee, all other troubles in the heart almost completely destroyed, and loving service in the personality of Godhead, who is praised and transcendental song, established as an irrevocable fact.
Hare Krishna, exciting part of Srimad Bhagavatam. Every part is exciting. But I'm especially excited today because I have the opportunity to render some service to Advaita Prabhu and jump in. So my apologies for being the object of your disappointment this morning, because he is not sitting here, but don't worry, he's coming next week. Covering from the third canto, chapter 5, continuing verses, I believe it's 23 to 38. So there's quite a chunk to cover. Please stay attentive. we'll start. I can start. 23, the personality of Godhead. The master of all living entities existed prior to creation as one without a second. It is by his will only that creation is made possible. And again, everything merges in him. This supreme self is symptomized by different names. So who is speaking? Who is speaking? Nope. Nope. Yeah, he was just asked a bunch of questions and now he's answering them. Right? Okay, well, on the same page? Yes? Okay, good. So Maitreya, a great learned devotee, is answering a very important question that we covered, but now he's illuminating. So these are the very illuminating verses, 23 to 38. 24.
The Lord, the undisputed proprietor of everything, was the only seer. The cosmic manifestation was not present at that time, and thus he felt imperfect without his plenary and separated parts and parcels. The material energy was dormant, whereas the internal potency was manifested.
The Lord is the seer, and the external energy, which is seen, works as both cause and effect in the cosmic manifestation. O greatly fortunate Vidura, this external energy is known as Maya, or illusion, and through her agency only is the entire material manifestation made possible.
So as you can grasp, or you can hear, the topic is creation. Maitreya is explaining the process of creation, of which there's twofold, primary and secondary. Creation before Lord Brahma, then creation after Lord Brahma, who is considered as a secondary creator. Okay?
The Supreme Living Being in his feature as the Transcendental Purusha incarnation, who is the Lord's plenary expansion, impregnates the material nature of the three modes, and thus, by the influence of eternal time, the living entities appear.
Thereafter, influenced by the interactions of eternal time, the supreme sum total of matter, called the Maya Tattva, became manifested. And in this Maya Tattva,
Mahat.
the unalloyed goddess, the Supreme Lord, sowed the seed of universal manifestation out of his own body.
Thereafter, the Mahat differentiated itself into many forms as the reservoir of the would-be entities. The Mahat is chiefly in the mode of ignorance, and it generates the false ego. It is a plenary expansion of the personality of Godhead with full consciousness of created principles in time for fructification.
So we're talking about Mahatattva, we're talking about Maya, false ego. All these are familiar terms. But what is would-be? Somebody help me. Would-be entities. You notice that? What is would-be entities? Oh, those who are coming. Just now coming entities. Something like that?
Entity means something.
Yeah, I know entities, but would-be. Would, comma, be. Would-be entities. Anybody? Should I look it up? Would be. It's like an old English, something like that. Would / be. I mean, comma. Would be meaning. There you go. Desiring or what?
Yet to be created.
Yet to be created. Yeah. Desiring or aspiring to be specified type of person. Yeah, yet to be created, but in a specific kind of way. Desiring to be, desiring or aspiring to be a specified type of person. Desire. You see, would be entities. So it says here in Google Dictionary, desiring or aspiring to be a specified type of person. So not just any kind of person, but specified type of person. That is both Krishna's desire. That is Krishna's desire, and also comes our desire, would be entities. Okay? Next.
Mahatattva, or the great causal truth, transforms into false ego, which is manifested in three phases: cause, effect, and the doer. All such activities are on the mental plane and are based on the material elements, gross senses, and mental speculation. The false ego is represented in three different modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance.
The false ego is transformed into mind by interaction with the mode of goodness. All the demigods who control the phenomenal world are also products of the same principle, namely the interaction of false ego and the mode of goodness.
The senses are certainly products of the mode of passion and false ego, and therefore philosophical, speculative knowledge and fruitive activities are predominantly products of the mode of passion.
The sky is a product of sound, and sound is the transformation of egoistic ignorance. In other words, the sky is the symbolic representation of the Supreme Soul.
Thereafter, the personality of God had glanced over the sky, partly mixed with eternal time and external energy, and thus developed the touch of sensation, from which the air in the sky was produced.
Okay, so pay attention now. See what's happening? Did you catch it? What's about to start? The domino effect of creation from subtle to gross. See, false ego, intelligence, mind, and then ether, air, and each element will create sense and the object of the sense. So it will come from the subtle to gross. It's almost like a butterfly effect, you know. From the small things, these great things will manifest. You know, like you come, like who's cooking? Tulasi is cooking breakfast, right? So when did she find out about cooking?
I asked her yesterday.
Last night. So last night she was thinking, what can I make? Right? This morning, she's in action mode. There's ingredients, she's collecting. So it was from subtle to, then she turned on the fire, right? So there was idea of a breakfast, and then with all the ingredients and fire, and boom, there was a manifestation coming to be offered maybe soon. Right? So pay attention, it will be like that from subtle to gross. Mm-hmm.
He talked about this subject in one of in a book club, and it was literally that Advaita Prabhu, the scientist, managed to come up with the theory of the butterfly effect, which means like a tiny happening within like a forest where like a butterfly flaps its wings, turns into a tsunami.
Yeah.
So so there is a scientific actually evidence that when a butterfly flapped its wings in a Caribbean or something, then it ended up creating a huge like tsunami.
I heard it was a butterfly in Kenya.
Oh, Kenya.
No, I'm just joking.
Anywhere. That very much matters, actually. Yeah, but
It does,
for our purpose, wherever it is. And then Advaita Prabhu, he's like a genius scientist, but also a devotee. So he just theorized this as an evidence of God's existence because it provides the opportunity for chance to come in where a tiny, almost like 0.000, like 100 zeros, 1% of something happens, which is by God, God's hand that we cannot see, can actually multiply into like a whole phenomenon. So he like mathematically proved that God exists.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Richard Thompson
Brahmacharya
ki
Prabhu plug.
jai. Advaita Prabhu ki jai. Yeah, no, but not only just a small dynamic of butterfly wing, it goes even further, more subtle. Even our thoughts, you know. Did you hear that our thoughts become our words? You heard that sequence, right? That's also another butterfly effect, maybe even more meaningful in our life, in my life for sure. Our thoughts become our words become our actions become our habit becomes our character, and our character creates our destiny. Do you see how powerful? Sometimes we think, I'll just think like this or think like that. But no, what you think is going to come out. So devotees are very careful in weeding out, or they're very also vigilant to the examiners. The examiners, they are very vigilant in weeding out the thoughts that are not favorable. So rejecting everything that is not favorable, and also accepting everything that is favorable. It's 2 out of 6 principles of surrender. Accepting Krishna as our shelter, and like that. So yeah, pay attention. It's going to manifest from subtle to gross in next verses. Who's next?
Thereafter, the extremely powerful air interacting with the sky generated a form of sense perception. The perception of form transformed into electricity, the light to see the world.
When electricity was surcharged in the air and was glanced over by the Supreme, at that time, by a mixture of eternal time and external energy, there occurred the creation of water and taste.
You see? So now you know how the water came about. The mixture of electricity and what? Eternal time, external energy. Yeah, it's like a cosmic alchemy. Welcome to the cosmic kitchen of the Lord. Krishna is mixing up some powerful butter for very awesome muffins, and that will manifest in this cosmic kitchen. Water and taste. So water is related to taste. Air is related to the form, like that, because it brings light. It's quite esoteric. All these verses, you can learn how elements have come in place, not just by chance or by accident. This is something that scientists are very interested in.
Thereafter, the water produced from electricity was glanced over by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and mixed with eternal time and external energy. Thus, it was transformed into the earth, which is qualified primarily by smell.
So then water was transformed to earth by these mixtures. It was amalgamated to earth. And with earth, we get the sense of smell, the gandha. Where Krishna in the Gita, what is it said about the smell of the earth? I am the smell of the earth. This is Krishna. Rasomam apsukonteya is also the taste in water. The smell of the earth. So it's all Krishna. The smell of the earth. So next time you go to the garden, or you work in a garden, provided it's clean, nice, good soil. You were there. You guys were there whole summer. Do you remember smelling Kiara and Narada and Gita and Agri? Remember the smell of the earth? It's so beautiful, right? There's so much prana there. There's prana. So as you smell the earth, we're kind of disconnected here in the city. But in a country, you can get so much prana. And usually it's like just a couple of inches above the soil. So you can go very close and breathe in. Also, right above the ocean, I just spent a lot of time with my father in the ocean. So just a few inches above the ocean, if you go in, you will immediately wake up as you feel tired maybe now. You get the prana in, so invigorating, so energizing. So one after another. And Krishna says in the Gita, he mentions, I'm all that. Prabhashmishasi surayoho. I'm the light of the sun and the moon, and the fire too. He's all of that, all these elements. And two more, or gentle one. Who is a gentle one? Who is he speaking to? Anybody for the last two? Did we all took a turn? Wakey, wakey, wakey.
O gentle one, of all the physical elements beginning from the sky down to the earth, all the inferior and superior qualities are due only to the final touch as a glance of the Supreme Personality of God.
Yeah. So beginning from the sky. See, sky is very ether. Sky is ether, right? So from subtle to gross. It's like a chain reaction. It's like it's a chain reaction. But in all of that, do you notice one element of glance? Krishna's glance. It's like a generating power. Very, very nice. And the last one?
The controlling deities of all above mentioned physical elements are empowered expansions of Lord Vishnu. They are embodied by internal time under the external energy, and they are his parts and parcels. Because they were entrusted with different functions of universal duties and were unable to perform them, they offered fascinating prayers to the Lord as follows.
So how all these things amalgamated is three elements, if you notice: eternal time, external energy, and Lord's glance, Krishna's glance. So all these things were triggered in a chain reaction. Okay, then now we're going to cover 24 with a wonderful purport. I can't wait. You'll see. Savaisha tada drashta. Savaisha tada drashta. Savaisha tada drashta. Napashyat drishyam ekarat. Napashyat drishyam ekarat. Napashyat drishyam ekarat. Mene santam ivatmanam. Mene santam ivatmanam. Mene santam ivatmanam. Supta shaktira suptadrik. Supta shaktira suptadrik. Supta shaktira suptadrik. Savaisha tadadrishta. Napashya drishyam ekarat. Mene santam ivatmanam. Supta shaktira suptadrik. Savaisha tadadrashta. Nabhasya drishyam ekara. Nena shantam evatmanam. Sukta shakti rasukta drik. Savaesha tadadrashta. Okay, word by word together. Sa, the personality of Godhead. Va, either. Esha, all these. Tada, at that time. Drashta, the seer. Drisham, the cosmic creation. Ekarat, undisputed. Right. Asantam, non-existent. Eva, like that. Sukta, unmanifested. Okay, what does tada mean? Tada! Do you remember? Nope, at that time. Like tada! Tada! At that time. What does asupta mean? Tongo? All right, and what is, so if asupta is manifested, what is supta?
Which I think is very interesting.
Right? Usually it's the other way around, right? Did you notice that? So Prema caught that? Yeah, Prema caught that. Or we can do like this. Prema caught that. Usually it's like you have himsa means what?
Violence.
Huh? No. What is yeah, usually it's manifested ama. But here we have asukta is manifested.
Which means like not non-existent.
Yeah, it's like a double. Double. You have a double negation there. So, little school of Sanskrit. Any word you see in Sanskrit, and you have an a before, it means just the opposite. Like Dvaita. Dvaita. What is Dvaita?
Duality.
It's two. Duality had two. Advaita is the opposite of dual is singular, non-dual, one. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, give yourself a round. Wonderful. Yeah. You ever learn when you put a before the word, it means just the opposite. So, you use it at your convenience. The Lord, the undisputed proprietor of everything, was the only seer. The cosmic manifestation was not present at that time, and thus he felt imperfect without his plenary and separated parts and parcels. Krishna felt something was missing. Krishna was missing you. He was lonely. He was like, we ain't done yet. He felt imperfect. Something was missing. What was missing? Parts and parcels. What are parts and parcels? Yeah, that's us. Blake, can you feel how Krishna is feeling? Have you ever missed anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Krishna is feeling like he's missing. The material energy was dormant, whereas the internal potency was manifested. Okay, and purport, we have a volunteer. Okay, go for it.
The Lord is the supreme seer because only by his glance did the material energy become active for cosmic manifestation. At that time, the seer was there, but the external energy over which the glance of the Lord is cast was not present. He felt somewhat insufficient, like a husband feeling lonely in the absence of his wife. This is a poetic simile. The Lord wanted to create the cosmic manifestation to give another chance to the conditioned souls who were dormant in forgetfulness. The cosmic manifestation gives the conditioned souls a chance to go back home, back to Godhead, and that is its main purpose. The Lord is so kind that in the absence of such a manifestation, he feels something wanting, and thus the creation takes place. Although the creation of the eternal potency was manifested, the other potency appeared to be sleeping, and the Lord wanted to awaken her to activity, just as a husband wants to awaken his wife from the sleeping state for enjoyment. It is the compassion of the Lord for the sleeping energy that he wants to see her awaken for enjoyment like the other wives who are awake. The whole process is to enliven the sleeping conditioned souls to the real life of the spiritual consciousness, so that they may thus become as perfect as the ever-liberated souls in the Vaikuntha Lokas. Since the Lord is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, he likes every part and parcel of his different potencies to take part in the blissful rasa, because participation with the Lord in his eternal rasa lila is the highest living condition, perfect in spiritual bliss and eternal knowledge.
Wow. Did you hear that? Through Prabhupada, Krishna is extending the invitation to us. Not only that, but through Prabhupada, Krishna is revealing his heart. This is a love letter. This whole purport is like a love postcard. Oh, yeah, love letter, love postcard. It's the message and invitation. What is Krishna saying? I miss you. I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I'm inviting you. Please do not hesitate. But because the nature of love is that it's not forced, it's voluntary. We have to also do our part. Krishna will never interfere with our free will because that will be a love killer. You want to assassinate love, all those flying hearts. If you want to shoot him down. Oh, there's one more. Finished. Then you will use force. You will force. You will demand. You will put conditions. Why should I serve Krishna? Missing to see how Krishna is serving us. Every day the sun is rising. Every day there's rain somewhere. Sustenance. Krishna is serving us in so many different ways. But we are so dull to the experience. So our hearts are like deserts. Filled with pain. The world of hurt, I said earlier. Blind to the fact that there's so much to be grateful for. So what, was it? Sleepwalking, right? We are sleepwalking. Hey, wake up. Jiv Jago. Wakey, wakey, wakey. We are sleepwalking to the fact that Krishna has provided so much facility, but we just can't see it. We're dull to the fact. And we are so justified in our self-righteous way. Not to surrender, not to open up, not to communicate even. As Kunti said, Kunti the other day, she confessed her way of dealing with pain and existential conundrums. Krishna, please, what's going on? That's giving our heart. That's communicating. It's not quitting. It's not giving up. It's giving in. lot of devotees, when it comes to anartha nivritti, or the price to be paid for pure love, because pure love is free from, you all know, anger, lust, envy, greed, madness, and illusion. Did I miss? Anger, lust. Or should I say lust, anger, because from lust comes anger. Lust, anger, envy, greed, madness, and illusion, they're all there. It cannot be love. Those things that are choking, and they corrupt our heart. They're choking love. So when it comes to getting rid of things from our heart, a lot of devotees, when it comes to purification of growing pains, they quit, which is fair. Not ready for it yet. But what's left is we remain a prisoner of those things, prisoner of lust, prisoner of anger, prisoner of resentment, rebellion, because of unprocessed pain. And we can't see the end of it. Drowning. We can't see the end of it. Until a kind devotee comes and shows us the love. We need a point of reference. What does love look like in this world? Is there love? So many have seen that in Prabhupada. You hear those testimonies of Prabhupada disciples, how they have experienced love just by being around Prabhupada. So we can try to be not just a sunshine devotee. You know what sunshine devotee is? Yeah, the good times, yay. Going on picnic on weekends. Hey, there's a need to peel some potatoes. There's some dishes left for the Friday program. Any volunteers? Got to finish my rounds, Prabhu. This is the best one. I have a previous commitment. Yes. So when the rubber hits the road, when the purification kicks in, then we see what is what and who is who. Prabhupada said, all of you are very, very sincere, but not many are serious. And Krishna is always eager to see what we are made of. Do you want to know what you are made of? Just dive in. And as purification comes out, just remember this purport. Just remember how eager Krishna is, how lonely he is, and he's waiting. And this is what's in between us and him. You got to dig and keep digging. And he will help. Krishna will send all the facility along the way to help. He will help. But we just have to open our eyes to see, not just appreciate, but also to reciprocate with Krishna. The whole point is to start reciprocating. We've been given so much. So start reciprocating. That's love. It's give and take, or should I say receive, give and receive. There's no takers in spiritual world. That's why it's so beautiful. Takers are only here, and they're ruining it for everybody. Takers, self-centered, self-righteous, selfish. Takers, they want to take. So the point of view of spiritual ecology, it's pollution. You have to recycle the energy. As you were given so much, reciprocate that spiritual recycling. And there'll be a wonderful experience of more reciprocation from Krishna. Because he will never give us. Why would Krishna give us more when we are not even able to not only reciprocate, but even appreciate what he has provided already? What would you give anybody who's trashing your car? Or like utilizing your car and doesn't even not call you, give you a text message. This really worked out well. Thank you so much. They're just driving around, ignoring you completely. How would you feel about that person? And then he also calls you, I really don't like there's that seat you have in a car, it's not heated. And it's really cold. He complains about your car on top of it. It's not heated enough. I need more heat. I need more. Give me more. Give me. Has to stop. If you want to make a change, one has to meditate on not just reciprocation, but the mood of reciprocation is the mood of the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because he himself came to taste that same service, same activity, in a mood of servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. And that will remain a mystery for anybody who is puffed up. Anybody who's puffed up will miss that point. And it will be recycled in a different way. Bhutva perliyate. Another bird, another bird, another bird. Same old. Hare Krishna. So just remember this purport as a loving invitation, and where Krishna is revealing his heart. I miss you. I love you. And I'm proud of you. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Sorry, I'm over time. Any comments? Yes, Kunti.
It seems as though you're encouraging us to reciprocate with Krishna, because he reciprocates with us. And I was just thinking how easy it is for me to invest in relationships with other embodied living entities, because I hear their voice and I feel like their physical body and there's like physical interactions, That's easy for me to relate to. But then with Krishna, it's more subtle. It's like I have a sense that he's hearing me when I talk to him. I have a sense that he's reciprocating with my prayers. I have a sense that he's making arrangements for me, but it's not really tangible. It's not physical. And so that makes it a little harder. And I find myself forgetting to invest in my relationship with Krishna because I get so invested in my relationships with other embodied living entities, which automatically takes the space that I have in my mind and in my heart, and also physically. So I was wondering if you had any thoughts or advice about that.
How do we strengthen our relationship with Krishna?
Well, more so how the strengthening is one thing, but it's not physical with Krishna.
So how to feel it more, experience it more?
And how can we become as invested in that relationship, even though it's not as tangible?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fair question. I would say one step at a time. It will be a gradual process of our spiritual awakening, which means Krishna manifesting in our heart. It's very gradual. So I would say by regular inventories and checking in with also somebody, and this is so important, it's crucial, somebody that you trust and you feel comfortable, that from where you are standing, it's a confidential, or like a confidant of Krishna. We hear the importance of Guru. So that's, Krishna gives you Guru, and then Guru gives you Krishna. They work hand in hand. So on our own, we can speculate, but without spiritual master, guidance in general, spiritual guidance will be very impossible. We'll be confused about things. And that's why Sagurum Eva Bigachet. There's no really we don't have a choice there. It's a must. If one wants Krishna, one must accept spiritual master. It's like, you want to have a diploma from UF, you want to have your dentist diploma on your wall, you gotta go to your professor, such and such. There's no, you can plagiarize but make a false one, but that's not going to help you or anybody on that dentist chair. So yeah, and those who think that they can actually do it on their own, and I'm not saying you're like that, but those who think they can do it on their own, they can be their own spiritual master, they have a fool for a disciple. And it will be very painful and very confusing. So that's how, from where I'm standing, for me, that was always essential to have somebody that I trust, somebody that I'm comfortable. So they can be my, not just sounding board, but they can be my guiding light. Sounding board is also important. Sometimes we don't want to be advised, and that's fair. We just want somebody to hear. Can somebody hear what I'm feeling or what I'm going through without giving me a free advice? Just hearing others, it's sufficient. We don't have to go into, we're very quick to, well, let me preach to you. When in reality, I have to watch that too. Being a savior, I want to save you. No, we can't save nobody. Krishna is doing everything, and he can use us, but hearing is very important. We should be able to hear each other. Hearing is, yeah. Sharing is caring. And caring is hearing, yes. Mm-hmm. We have to end. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. But yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you for that question. It's a great reminder. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.